everybody, welcome back to Buddy Spirits and Cigars. What? Okay. Today we're going to do Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. I'm so excited to see Cam's face on this one.
Is this the C922, B522?
It is a C, something or another. It is C922. 124.8 proof.
Oh, that's nothing.
This should be good.
Yeah, so uncut straight from the barrel without chill filtration. It's really good.
It's going to straighten your mullet smooth out.
I put wax.
Not a bad
You
little...
put wax in your mullet?
It's going to burn the wax.
Yeah.
You wax your mullet?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It gives it curl.
Wax is bikini line too.
Doesn't poof out.
Huh. You're an anti-poofer, huh?
Yep. Don't poof.
Well,
Hello.
hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
This is some really good stuff. And you know,
Oh yeah.
Elijah Craig is pretty consistent on their flavors and stuff, so...
I mean, most of Heaven Hill
God, I love this stuff.
you know.
There's a lot there.
Oof.
Oh,
I'm excited. That's so
It burned
good.
my nose hair just now.
a lot of them burn my nose.
So much flavor on this one. Does this burn your nose?
A little bit.
Does it?
It's spicy in the nose.
Where do you think this, before you taste it, where do you think this is going to hit on your spicy meter? Is it going to peak it?
Pretty high. Pretty high.
Think it's going to peak it?
Maybe.
All I'm really getting is just kind of the usual, sense with a strong burn of the nose.
That's what we've been needing all day right there.
Oh yeah.
Get you some. of that.
Hello.
Don't hold back, Cam. You can let it go.
Smooth.
That's hot. But
God, it's so good though.
Oh, there's so much flavor
Flavor is
there.
incredible.
I mean, just all over the palate.
Yeah.
It does it for me. That is, it's all.
Dude, I swear to you, I'm getting coconut again.
You got coconut on the brain.
I
today.
guess.
Huh.
But, wow.
There's a lot there in it. That's a really good
Yeah.
bourbon.
You know, I don't get it on the nose, but man, on that finish. Now I get it on the nose. But,
Coconut?
See, I'm not getting any coconut.
yeah, maybe it's
You
marshmallow.
got COVID nose or something?
I don't think so.
I don't get coconut
yeah,
at
it's
all.
no coconut.
We'll have Mr. Executive, Mr. Producer taste this one to see. Because,
You incepted him earlier. It's not
well,
even.
motherfucker, I'm just telling you what I taste,
Let me
okay?
back up a little bit here.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
yeah,
you
I'm gonna
accepted the
just
guy.
that way if anything
I'm not
goes
saying
past
you
him.
didn't taste coconut. I'm saying his coconut was incepted.
Then what do you taste and tell him? And
It's not coconut. I
Well,
don't know
what-
what I taste. I can't pull these flavors out. This is spicy. That's it. That's a little
Let me see your
spicy.
surprise face on the spicy part.
cock knocker.
It smells good. There's so much flavor there. I mean, when you roll this across the palate, it seems like it hits every bit of it. And it's not, I mean, you get some spice and stuff up front, but I mean, really when it gets to the middle of your palate, it explodes with flavor. There's so much there. It's really bold. Has a really good nose.
I'm a huge fan of Elijah Craig in general. This particular one is extremely good.
Yeah. If you see the C922, it's worth it. I think
Now it's kind of morphed into, I don't know, I'm not getting the coconut now. Well, now I am. maybe it's a coconut finish that's kind of morphed into maybe, I don't know.
I think I'm getting a little bit of brown sugar.
I'm getting a certain sweetness that maybe it's like a toasted marshmallow. Maybe, man, I don't know. I still
Maybe a little bit of caramel. Not pungent, but
I'm getting a little bit of a caramel and a little vanilla, actually.
got a little bit of spice, maybe an allspice kind of smell. Yeah, there's some kind of sweet.
maybe it's like a whipped cream
I don't know
type
if it's
flavor that I'm.
Maybe that's it. Maybe it ain't a brown sugar per se, but it's a.
Yeah.
There's a sweetness to it, and I can't put my nose on it.
I don't know. It's pretty damn delicious.
That has so much flavor. I really like it. Maybe a toasted vanilla.
Maybe a toasted coconut.
Yeah. Shit.
I'm not getting the coconut, and I would agree with you if I really
Well,
did get it.
yeah, I mean,
But
I'm
I
not
really-
saying that you do. I'm just
I
telling
really
you what.
don't get it.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that everybody will. Maybe maybe I've got COVID. Now you guys do too.
So,
So
I mean, hopefully not.
yeah, I hope not.
Cocoa nuts. Golly.
I don't know.
Boy,
It's-
I like that.
Yeah.
Now, so keep this in mind before we start the ratings.
Go ahead.
This is a barrel proof.
Tell us.
So
It's a batch.
Tell us.
this is, it's a batch. But the thing is it doesn't have, there's 3 processes where they add water to most bourbons and whiskeys, things of that nature.
Okay.
They do it whenever they are doing the mash bill.
Okay.
And then to be legally considered a bourbon, it cannot be hotter than 125 proof
Going into the
going
barrel.
into the barrel.
Okay.
So after they've distilled it, to put it into the barrel to age it, it can't be higher than that. So if it is, then they add water then to get it down to 125 proof. And then after that, they are looking for a good flavor profile, but also production purposes
Yeah.
with a barrel proof.
Yeah.
At the end, for the 3rd time that they have the opportunity to add water with a barrel proof, they do not do that. And so it comes out, what they're looking for is it to come out near the proof that it went in as 125 proof, is what they're looking at. And sometimes they can actually gain
What
a
is
little
this?
bit of proof in the barrel. So they may add a little bit to get it down to the 125 mark.
What is this?
124 point something, almost 125 proof. So it still meets the barrel proof definition, if you will.
I was thinking that barrel proof was what it came out of the barrel, whereas full proof was where it
Well,
was
it came
proof.
out of the barrel as it went in. It's not going to be higher coming out of the barrel.
I thought that was full proof. I thought full proof.
Full proof is it can be as it comes out of the barrel, whatever it is. Doesn't matter if it's 137.
See, I was thinking that it was the other way around, because full proof would, barrel proof to me would be when it comes out of the barrel, because then it's barrel proof. Full proof is, like the 1792 that I've got at home. It's 125. I don't know, but
I could be mistaken. I might have it backwards. But I thought the barrel proof was the proof that it came out being no higher than it was when it went in. It can't be higher than 125 proof.
well, I know that I've had.
Full proof. Well,
My E.H. Taylor barrel proof's 138.
Yeah, I was trying to say I know that I've had barrel
full
proofs.
proof what?
My barrel proof
Barrel
E.H.
proof.
Taylor is
Yeah.
138.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So-
I had them backwards. I apologize. That's my fault. That's why we have this many people on the show, to keep each other straight. So anyway, that's how it came out of the barrel. Trying to explain it to you, and messed it up. It's hard because you get things backwards sometimes. There's so many different criteria to meet
Well, yeah, that's
these
why I don't know shit
definitions
about
and
it
stuff.
still, because there's so much to it. I still don't know shit about it.
So I had it backwards. I apologize.
Education.
As it came out of the barrel, that's what it is. They bottled it. 124.8. So it's near what it went into the barrel as to be considered a bourbon.
It
damn
has
good.
to go in at 125, or it can't be above.
It can't be above 125
Okay.
to be considered a bourbon. It legally cannot go into a barrel higher than 125 proof.
So what if it goes in higher?
Then it's
What
not
does it turn
bourbon.
into?
It's not a bourbon.
It's just
Like a
whiskey?
whiskey, a light whiskey, something like that.
Yeah, I think. I mean, then, that's a good point you brought on. So whenever you get to a point where you're talking about light whiskeys and hard whiskeys and things like that, I mean, there's a fine line on that stuff too. You know, once you get up to it's a light whiskey until you get up to 100, is it 140?
I was thinking light whiskey's anything above like 160.
Or, yeah,
Or
maybe
bourbon,
it's 160.
I think
or
bourbon
something.
could be between 180 and 160. Is that it?
And then when you go above
Mr.
that,
Executive,
you're-
Mr. Producer,
when you go above that, you're getting into vodkas and
the
stuff like that. I mean, or something. That's
the
just
proof
crazy.
range to be legally called bourbon. What's the highest proof a bourbon can be to be called bourbon?
Did you search something on one of the computers in Barley about a 140 proof?
Maybe.
It's possible.
I mean, it wouldn't be a.
What did you see in the search criteria in the history or something?
It was like
It has
pulled
to
up.
be 80 proof or higher. It typically runs between 80 and 100 proof. Some consider 100 proof to be the traditional benchmark spirit.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's not it.
Yeah.
There is a fine line, and it may
It has
be
to. Bourbon does have to be 80 proof, higher than.
a minimum.
Yeah, a minimum of 80
A
proof.
minimum of 80 proof. There's a fine line, and we can put it. We can
It
put
can't be
it
higher than 125.
That's going into the barrel.
going into the barrel. Yeah.
It says the whiskey cannot enter the
Finished
barrel
product.
at a higher than 125 proof.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
enter the bottle at a proof less than 80.
Okay.
Yeah, but there's a finished product that it can go up to a certain proof and be considered.
You can only add water to less than that proof.
What's the foolproof
Yeah,
water
adding
back
water's
there?
not gonna make it higher,
Okay.
but it will gain some proof. It can gain proof inside of a barrel.
So you
Because-
can't put anything other than water.
Right.
It's the water on the
Correct.
Right.
You're not answering our.
Glacier water, if you.
What's the
Or
highest
smart.
proof
Yeah, if
that
you're fancy.
it can be?
Yeah.
I don't think there's
Finished product.
There
yeah,
is a limit.
There is a limit. Maybe it's the distillate that has the limit.
Now there's a limit.
There
I
is
mean,
a limit on the distillate too, because if you continue going, then it turns into
well, I mean, once you continue distilling and
Yeah.
distilling, you end
You-
up with like
you get
grain
all-
neutral spirits.
all
and,
the flavors and all
Yeah.
that stuff. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's all Greek to use. And,
Yeah.
Shit, man. Great.
yeah, shit.
We'll put it in the description. Sorry, we don't have those numbers for you. But anyway, this Elijah Craig barrel proof is legit. This is the C922. It's full of flavor, tons of stuff going on. If you like full flavored stuff, it is great.
Oh man, it smells so good.
160.
Still packed
Okay.
160.
Yeah,
There we go.
distilled. That's the distillate.
Can you imagine
Yeah.
a 160?
So I mean, it's gonna. There's some that can come out and
It'd blow
be.
the top of your nose
140
right off your
Yeah.
head.
Blow the
Yeah.
top
Think-
of my head right
What,
off.
well, I mean, what is the whiskey there? It's not a bourbon per se because it was Aspen Staves, but the 291 is really hot.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like 128 or something.
128.9.
Yeah. So, and you said you had an Elijah Craig that's 130.
H. Taylor.
Or E.H. Taylor.
It's 138.4, I
Yeah.
think. Something like
So,
that.
You know that it can come out of the barrel being insane stuff, but I'm glad they didn't water this batch down. This is really freaking good. I love it. What do you think, Bruce?
I'm going to go with the 375.
Oh, price point was like in the 70s, I think, for this. But you gotta keep in mind a barrel proof. They're getting less product out of the barrel because they're not adding that water. So they're gonna have to have a whole lot more barrels just to put this particular product out. So it's actually less sales for the distillery itself. So they raise the price up on it.
Yeah.
Just kind of how it works. What do you think, Spicy?
I'm gonna say 3. This,
The price is getting that good from you.
Bitch.
Fuck.
Shots fired.
It's just hot. It's just a little hot. That's all for me. I don't want to sip it. I can appreciate that it's got, good shit going on. Hey.
You just said you didn't want to sip it.
Hater, dude.
You said you didn't want to sip it.
Now listen here. You gripe.
You literals.
You gripe when people pour it in, and you gripe if they try to pour it out.
Well,
There's
yeah.
no making you happy.
It's my cup. Leave it alone.
It's not a cup.
This is my Glencairn. Leave it alone.
I'm gonna go. I like the flavor. This thing is exploding with flavor. Price point is not terrible for the quality of whiskey that you're getting. In my
I think it's definitely worth $70.
yeah. So I'm gonna say $3.75. You don't get this batch per se. There may not be an abundance of it, but we got a bottle. I like it. $3.75 all day long.
All right. Well, so are we taking into account availability and rarity? Because once this batch is gone, there's only one C922, or not. Because if we're not, that's gonna raise the score.
Well, let me tell you something here. This is readily available right now. You can go get it off the shelf.
Well,
At
a couple
River-
weeks ago. A
That's
couple
still-
weeks ago. you
River,
could've-
at River Point.
Yeah.
Go get you a bottle.
Yeah. Oh, I know. But there's still a finite amount.
Oh my God.
No, I'm kidding.
I mean, how far are you gonna take that?
Well, it's still part of the rating process. So, if we're not gonna do availability, then this is easy a 4 for me. If we're gonna do
Do
availability,
you feel like you should be able to do availability on this one? It is not a store pick.
you're right. It's not a store pick.
So
it's a
then-
batched bourbon that's only available once a year, and this batch will be different. It's actually only available.
Well, you
once,
can't get it
period.
next year,
Yeah, you can't get it next
but
year.
it's available right now.
We
Yeah.
did vote that we were doing that for store picks,
Yeah.
correct? So
Yeah.
then it's not a store pick.
You're
so
right. It's not a store pick.
You can do the ratings as you back the old way if that's what makes you happy, so as you can sleep tonight.
I mean, I'm gonna sleep no matter what. So,
You
believe it
know?
or not, my ratings don't influence the way I sleep at all.
Huh. You'd think being that hateful it would take your sleep away. But
No, it doesn't. Yeah, no. Actually, it probably makes me sleep a little better, knowing that I've hurt somebody's feelings.
oh well.
So,
Go ahead.
all right. Screw it. I'm not doing availability because apparently I'm an asshole when I do this.
No,
So
but
I'm an
you're-
asshole all the time, though.
Okay, so be yourself.
Well, if I'm going to be myself, then it's easy a 3 because it's one batch available. But if we're not,
A whole point
well, yeah,
on something you really like?
I really like it.
That doesn't show in your rating.
I'm not going to get into this argument. I really like it. If we're not doing availability, it's a 4. If we're doing availability, it's a 3. So it's fucking good no matter what. If you
Just
can
call
find
it a 3.5 and go.
I mean, that's meeting in the middle.
I'm not
That's
much
fair.
one for compromise though. I don't like to compromise. It's my way. I mean, I think you probably.
You're still married.
Oh, I
so
know that
you
very well.
Apparently, like compromise somewhat, whether you want to like it or not.
Well, this is the only place he can get his way all the time,
Yes.
so give him
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Give him that.
Yeah. I mean, there's no compromise. At my
Crack the
house.
whip,
I do what
Marcy.
my wife
Crack
wants.
the whip.
Yeah. I say yes, dear. So
whether you want to or not.
whether I want to or not.
Right.
If she's happy, I'm happy.
There you go.
So, yeah. All right, 3 1/4. There.
3 1/4. So
I bet that hurt.
You have no idea.
So anyway, that's our rating on Elijah Craig. Sorry about the mix-up on that. It's confusing once you get into this and you start getting into the extreme specifics of certain things, and there's a lot to learn and a lot to go over in all of this stuff. So good thing we have these guys here to keep me straight. So.
I don't
do
think
mess
any
up
of us
time to time.
claim to be experts.
No, that's
I
true.
mean, mostly we're giving you like a bunch of dumb redneck views of what we think, is good or not. So we're by no means like Fred Minnick or any of these fuckers that are gonna write for a Esquire or GQ or any of those fucking magazines. You wanna know what I think about it? It's fucking good. However, it's limited.
Just
so
not rating
I feel like
but-
you could write for Mad Magazine really well, though.
I think I use too much profanity.
Eh.
Maybe.
Maybe the adult version of Mad Magazine.
Yeah. Okay.
Spy versus Spy.
I don't know.
I think Kim would be in on that one.
All day
I
long.
don't watch cartoons. I'm a grown up, so.
This fucking guy.
I know.
So,
I'm a grown up.
Except I do watch
I don't
Tom and
watch
Jerry.
art. I'm a grown up.
I can make my own decision. I don't need y'all telling me.
30's not high.
We've gone long on this one, so
Yeah.
I mean,
Cigar we're smoking, Rocky Patel, Sumatra. We have talked about it several times. We've had it on previous episodes. Great smoke.
Just a good damn cigar.
It goes well with this Elijah Craig. So
This Indonesian Sumatra wrapper is delicious
Yeah.
with this.
no complaints. That is really good, worth the price, and that's a lot coming from us because we're kind of cheap. But
Not kinda.
$75 for that is great. It's worth every bit of it, and you don't have to drink a lot of it to.
it's got a nice proof point.
Anyway, so that's our rating on that.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. We'll catch you
I love you, Marcy.
on the next one.